Imagine this, a single grape, plucked from a misty French hillside, transformed into a golden liquid, so powerful it's crowned kings, fueled revolutions, and become the ultimate symbol of celebration. But what if I told you that Champagne hides secrets most people have never heard? Is it just fancy wine? Or is there a darker truth bubbling beneath the sparkle? Welcome back to How Giants Are Made, where I uncover the hidden stories behind the world's most iconic products. Before we pop the cork on today's mystery, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. If you love learning what really goes into your favorite foods and drinks, you're in the right place. And stick around to the end, because I've got a twist that might just change how you see Champagne forever. Let's begin where it all started, the rolling green hills of the Champagne region in France. Legend credits a 17th century monk named Dom Perignon with perfecting sparkling wine. Yes, the same name you've seen on those pricey bottles. Here's the twist. He wasn't trying to make bubbles, he was trying to get rid of them. Back then, fizz meant the wine had gone wrong. But by the 18th century, that mistake became the drink of kings, nobles, and eventually the world. Fun fact, champagne was poured at the coronation of French kings. This was more than a drink, it was a symbol of power. So how is champagne really made? Let's break down the process step by step. Step 1. Harvesting. It starts with hand-picked grapes, Pinot Noir, Chardonnay and Pinot Meunier. Each grape variety brings something special. Pinot Noir adds body and structure, Chardonnay brings elegance and finesse, and Pinot Meunier offers fruitiness and freshness. Machine harvesting, not allowed. The grapes must be picked by hand to ensure only the best fruit is selected, avoiding any damage that could affect the wine's quality. Step 2. Pressing and primary fermentation. The grapes are pressed gently, often using traditional presses to extract the purest juice. This juice is then fermented into a still, dry wine. Each vineyard plot and grape variety is often fermented separately, allowing the winemaker to later blend for complexity and consistency. Step 3. Blending. The winemaker tastes and blends these base wines, sometimes mixing wines from different years to create a consistent house style. Once the blend is decided, it's time for the magic secondary fermentation. Sugar and yeast are added and the wine is bottled and sealed. Step 4. Second fermentation and aging. Inside the sealed bottle, the yeast consumes the sugar, creating carbon dioxide, the bubbles. The bottles are then aged in cool chalk cellars, sometimes for years, developing their famous complexity and those signature toasty brioche notes. Step 5. Riddling and disgorgement. After aging, the bottles are placed on special racks and gradually tilted and rotated, a process called riddling, to move the spent yeast sediment toward the neck of the bottle. Once all the sediment is collected, the neck is frozen and the sediment plug is ejected in a process called disgorgement. Step 6. Dosage. A mixture of wine and sugar, called dosage, is added to adjust the sweetness level. This is where champagne gets its final style, from bone-dry, brute nature to sweeter demi-sec. Step 7. Corking and labelling. The bottle is sealed with a cork and wire cage to contain the pressure, then labelled and prepared for sale. Every sip of champagne has probably been in the making for at least 3 years, sometimes decades for the most prestigious bottles. But here's where it gets controversial. The name Champagne is fiercely protected. Only sparkling wine from the Champagne region can use it, thanks to strict French law. That's why you see Prosecco from Italy and Cava from Spain. But only French Bubbly can be called Champagne. This rule has sparked legal battles, trade disputes, and even tariffs. Your fancy glass of bubbles is actually linked to global politics. Is champagne good for you? In moderation, maybe. Some studies say it can help circulation, memory, and even offers antioxidants. But don't let that fool you, it's still alcohol. Too much means dehydration, empty calories, and of course, those notorious champagne headaches. Champagne isn't just for sipping either. It's in luxury cocktails, gourmet vinegars, even skincare products. On TikTok and Instagram, champagne is a status symbol, from slow-motion cork pops to viral champagne towers. These days, it's less about taste, more about clout. The big players, Moet and Chandon, Veuve Clicquot, Dom Perignon, Taittinger, Bollinger. France rules production, but the UK, US and Japan are the biggest fans. Millennials and Gen Z, they're drinking less, but when they do, it's got to look good on Instagram. Now here's the twist. Champagne is marketed as timeless and elite, yet at its core, it's just fermented grape juice. The sparkle, the price, the prestige, most of it is branding genius. You're not just buying a drink, you're buying an illusion of luxury. Next time you raise a glass, remember, you're sipping on centuries of history, politics and marketing wrapped in bubbles. If you loved uncovering the secrets behind champagne, subscribe to How Giants Are Made for more mind-blowing stories. Thanks for watching and cheers to the mystery of champagne.